Now, of course, with the title, I'm not telling freaking Rockstar Games to become a socialist company and give away GTA 6 and all planned DLCs for free. I'm also not telling game devs to have every release free, then riddle every one of them to the brim with microtransactions. This is more just kind of a ramble type of video, and I don't really have much in the way of backing my points aside from just gut instinct. I'm just saying that as a consumer, a paywall is a paywall. If you, an indie dev company, in quotes, have no games to your name and no prior work to show for, and then you release a game, it better look and play amazing, or else I and a lot of other would-be buyers would probably not want to check it out. Unless, it's free. In this vlog, I have 3 key reasons why you should release your game, or at least your first game, free. The first is that this all comes down to scope. If you plan to have your first game to be this massive game with 100 different expensive assets that you either made yourself or you paid someone else to make, then go ahead. But why are you making your first ever game so big in the first place? Why take such a big risk for such dubious chances at success? Yes, sure, there are devs that can pull something off like this, but what are the chances that your product will play out the same? That's why I feel that at least for the first game, it's a good idea to just have a solid base for a game in terms of gameplay or whatever, or in concept. Release it for free so that more people would have access to it, and to be able to foster a community right away. After which you can work on bigger projects. The second reason I can see of why you should release your first game for free is a mantra that is repeated over and over by the game dev community at large. Your first game is gonna suck. Do you really want to attach a $10 price tag to the spaghetti-coated game you made with Unity filled with asset flips and missing features? There's so much that goes into game dev, from planning out your story, figuring out a satisfying gameplay loop, deciding on a graphic style, etc, etc. And these are all just fairly basic stuff. Chances are you won't figure all of this out with your first game. The last reason why a budding indie dev should release their first game for free is to prevent pressure from overtaking your passion. You're at your most sensitive state when you're starting out doing something new. This may just be me, but what I mean by this is that when you release the game with a price tag, you're essentially deeming that passion project of yours as a product. It's not a passion project anymore, it's a source of income. It's a business, and business gives way to expectation. You may have a quota every month. You might have people you have to pay, and some you might just get overwhelmed when you check your monthly performance and seeing it drop compared to last month. This pushes devs to continue working on the project, which might sound good in theory, but it might also scare off potential first-time devs that want to do something else. This doesn't mean you can't profit from your first game. You can set up a Patreon or Ko-Fi or what have you. This still falls into the last reason that I stated, but I feel that getting donations is different from outright profit from your product, direct profits. You can set up donation DLC for your Steam game for people to donate if they want. I saw a game dev release their first game for $5 but give away a lot of Steam keys to compensate. You can also make YouTube videos about your game and get money through AdSense. I'm a one game dev myself, and I'm also figuring stuff out still, so take my word with a grain of salt. This isn't a advice video. Anyways, that's it for this video.